What is up, Fantasy Alarm family? It is your favorites, Andrew Cooper, Howard Bender, and we're here on a Wednesday to help you with Wednesday's kind of the everything you need day, right? We try not to do start sits just yet. We'll hit on all your start sits tomorrow, but if you got waiver questions after they ran, if you have trade questions, if you have DFS questions, maybe a little rest of season question I will entertain for you. So get that all in the chat today. We're all hanging out and we're going through it, man. Bender, what's happening, brother? How was your evening? Did you make a lot of moves on waivers this week?
You know what? All like 2 leagues of mine have waivers on Tuesday. Everything else is all loaded up.
How did you get that set up? Because
night.
Most of mine, besides Scott Fishbowl, most of mine are still Tuesday. Is that like RT Sports?
Oh shit! I forgot about Scott Fishbowl this morning. So 3. I mean, Scott Fishbowl. I mean, for me, it's like Scott Fishbowl waivers run at like 7 a.m. for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't, I haven't jumped into that yet. I did make a waiver claim in one league. I needed to. I'm streaming QBs in this one particular league just because, I had Kyler Murray. I have Kyler Murray, but only 3 guys on the bench. It's only a 3-person bench here, so it's like really difficult. And, I can't trust in Kyler Murray again. I had Matthew Stafford this past week, but I don't know if I want to trust Matthew Stafford on the road with no Puka Nacua. So I ended up just grabbing Daniel Jones, right? Sitting on the waiver wire. He's up against the Chargers. It's not I don't see it being a massively tough matchup for him. He seemed to be the best guy available for me. What about you? Anybody you picking up?
Yeah. I mean, Daniel Jones is like the quintessential streamer because he can just score that rushing touchdown anytime. You love having that in your back pocket. Like, you're never going to get that from Stafford. He doesn't want to run. Goff doesn't want to run. But, like, Daniel Jones at any given time, he can just run it himself. Plus, I mean, he's doing well, throwing the ball well. So I like that. I threw some fab. Someone dropped Patriots defense when they played the Bills.
Okay.
Nobody added them back. So they're like I think I have them defense like 2 or 3 this week, right? Eagles are pretty locked in. I think I might have them. No, not Eagles. The Chiefs against the Raiders, I think, is my top defense. But the Patriots are up there. So I had to grab them. In the Scott Fishbowl, I grabbed Josh Reynolds after waivers ran. I just got some bye weeks coming up, some injuries. I might actually need to use them. I hope not, but maybe. And then that's pretty much it. I grabbed I got a Blackstone grill, and my neighbor helped me move it. We were talking fantasy. I grabbed his phone, added Aronde Gadsden to his dynasty team, so made a waiver move for him. He had plenty of people to drop. I dropped Rashad Bateman and Amari DiMercato in a couple of spots. Don't need them, so that's about it for me. Let us know, chat, what you guys did in your leagues, but not a ton of. It wasn't a big waiver week. There's definitely no hammer to go and drop. Even Kamani Vidal, he was available in one of my leagues still, and I threw some money at him, and somebody dropped like 60% of their fab on him, which I was like, okay, great, it's yours. You can have him. He needed him.
Yeah, I mean that's a situation. Also, I looked at that. Kamani Vidal was available in one league where I didn't even make any roster moves at all. My team is just, it's rock solid. I'm like, top 3 in points. I'm, 4-2 in that league. And, I don't really feel the need to, constantly churn over. I've got good bench guys, right? And Kamani Vidal to me is just not a good bench guy. I mean, again, you're missing offensive linemen. You're not facing Miami. So you tell me that Kamani Vidal, you know what? I will have to, what am I going to do? I guess eat my hat, eat something. I don't know, something. If Kamani Vidal rushes for over 100 yards this week against the Colts, it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Not with Grover Stewart and
Buckner,
Kwity Paye on the outside. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. So, and again, you got to think about that. So in the league, I threw 25% at him just to like play defense. You know what I mean? Like I added Rico Dowdle in a bunch of leagues, and I did obviously start him last week. But the first week, there were a couple spots where I didn't start him because I had other people, but I just didn't want people starting him against me. So it's like sometimes you got to do those ads. I always make sure to throw a little bit on there just in case, But yeah, I wasn't going crazy. Not on any of those guys really. So yeah, Let's hit the chat real quick. We'll get some questions. I got a couple guys that I think I'm looking to maybe sell or buy low that I'll share with you guys. But first one here, Rod Elliott. Did I miss anybody that was in before?
No. Rod is Brian was in here, just said happy Wednesday to the FA crew, but Rod Elliott is the first question actually in there.
Well, shout out Brian for getting in here before I was even in here. Rod says trade A.J. Brown and Travion Henderson for Drake London. Interesting.
I mean, if you're playing, I'll say this, if you're playing in like a 10-team league or a 12-team league that has like, decent waiver wire work, like maybe it's a shorter bench or something like that, I don't mind this consolidation.
Right.
I don't really, like, that was the thing. I was doing the DFS watch list this morning, right? And I wrote up Ramondre Stevenson because of this matchup against Tennessee, which, whatever. I have my hesitancy about betting that. Well, no, I don't have hesitancy about betting that game. I have hesitancy using New England as a survivor pick against Tennessee because of a variety of things. But, one of the things that I'm kind of looking at is like, if Tennessee keeps this game close, which I expect them to do that, it's just going to keep the ball in Ramondre Stevenson's hands. Vrabel, Vrabel and the Pats better than me. You tell me, is there any hope really for Travion Henderson? I thought maybe there was some burn for him last week, but not really.
First of all, enough with this Titans keeping the game close stuff. Howard Banner. I'm Howard Banner. I'm a Tennessee Titans fan now. Dude, it's New England Patriots steamrolling this team this week. I've had enough of this narrative. I get it. Fire your coach.
Well, let's tell him. Let's explain at least to everybody out there.
I'll tell him for you.
Okay.
Here you go. The Titans, they fire Brian Callahan. Now they're going to win the whole dang thing.
No.
There you go.
That's not it.
Okay, go ahead.
Teams who fire their head coach mid-season, the first game back, have a 62% against the spread win. They either win outright or cover the spread at a 62% clip.
That is
you
true.
Couple that with the fact that teams who are on their third straight road game, which is kind of a rarity in the NFL, but teams who are on their third straight road game, I don't know the exact percentages, but I know it's high that they don't cover the spread, or lose the game outright. So it's kind of like, you know what it is for you, Coop? It's your, I'm not going to say it's a full smugnado, but you've got a cold front coming in here in the Titans, and then you got the hottest team in football in the Patriots coming over here, and then they're going to collide. And then what's going to happen?
Triple it up with the Vrabel revenge game narrative.
But there's not even revenge. He was grateful that the Titans gave him that opportunity.
Oh, the Titans want revenge. The Titans, Amy Strunk over there, she's reports are that part of, like, from what I'm hearing from in my opinion, a reliable source, were that Amy Strunk straight up said, I'm not losing with this coach to Mike, talking about Mike Vrabel, basically being like, look, get him out of here. We're not doing this. He's done now. So it sounds like it's kind of personal for the Titans too. So there's a lot of narratives there, but I just think the Patriots are flat out better. And I think the Patriots are going to.
The Patriots are flat out better, 100%. I won't disagree with that at all. But do they win this game by a touchdown? I don't think so.
These planes these days that these guys got very comfortable.
You will be very, 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 not like a huge, there wasn't even like a huge travel schedule for the Patriots either.
Very
but like
schedule.
I can't, I don't have data for, how many miles they've traveled versus
same time zone. So we're still in the same time zone.
I'm just telling you, Coop, just be careful.
The narratives are there. The coach we always bet on, the bounce. I mean, the bounce back coach scheme, it always seems to work. They always seem to have a little party in the locker room afterwards, so you're right about that, but I'm not betting either side on this one. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy a Patriots win.
I already bet the Titans, and I will come on here when that bet hits, and I will come on here and I will do that Ted Lasso dance.
Yep, skiddly do. The Titans are back now. Fry up the critters. Titans are back, baby. Yeah.
Music City, baby. Music City.
Yeah. I don't know.
Did you start Rice or Judkins in your flex?
Rashi Rice is starting at my wide receiver spot in every league where I have him, Joe.
Need to know some information here. Judkins on the cover of the DFS watch list, going up against Miami. Look at the picture. You know what, Coop? Have you? I don't know. Go to the Fantasy Alarm homepage right now and just look at that picture that I posted of Judkins. I mean,
I clicked. No joke. I clicked on the homepage, and someone else, your strategy article for survivor pools came up, and it's a picture of Rashi Rice.
Yeah. Oh, I got both of them. I'm locked down to both of them.
Dude, what the heck?
Look at his arms. Look at him. He's
my arm has 2 muscles. Why does his have 15?
I can't believe you got 2. When I make a muscle, it's like that Bugs Bunny thing where I just start like flapping it over here.
I got bicep and tricep. What is this one under here? What's that one? Okay. But I don't know, man. I think Rashi Rice, dude, if you kept Rashi Rice this entire time, you got to just put him in your lineup. The guy's awesome. He was a wide receiver 2 last year when he got hurt. That goes back to the last 6 games of the season before that. Put Judkins on the bench. Put everybody on the bench.
Wait, no. I need to know, Joan. I need to know who you're starting at wide receiver. I need to know who you're starting at running back. I need to know how many starters you have there. Because I'm sorry, but I mean, if I'm starting 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, and a flex, unless it's like a 10-team league where everybody's got a wagon of a team.
We got to know who your team is.
Yeah.
Jerry, we're still waiting for news on DJ Moore. We're waiting for news on David Njoku. Today's the day for that. Should start trickling in for the East Coast teams soon. On who's practicing.
It's a groin issue for Moore. That we do know.
Yeah, with Njoku, we don't even know if it's because some people are saying it was like a thigh thing. Some people are saying it's a knee thing. So we don't know for sure what the deal with him is. There's a lot of trade rumors going around with Njoku as well, which obviously he's going to need to be healthy by November 4th. Tuesday, November 4th is the trade deadline. But that would be great if he would get traded. If he gets traded to the right spot, potentially creates 2 fantasy relevant tight ends with Njoku and then also Fannin. So that would be cool. But yeah, we're still waiting on news, Jerry. That's why we do start sits tomorrow, because today we're going to get a lot more information about even what some of these injuries are. Good morning, Cooper and Bender from Alberta, Canada. What's happening? Winter's upon us. Bender, are you about even with Alberta, or you're a little bit above?
Alberta's a province, right? So I don't know exactly, where I'm at with them, but it is. It's only 44 degrees Fahrenheit here in Southeast Alaska right now. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling better than I was the last couple of days when it was like 20.
Yeah. So there you go. I thought there was a question in there, but there's not. Would you trade Charbonnet for Matthew Golden? I think I would.
I think I kind of would too.
I think I would, because Golden, his move into the slot again might only be until Jaden Reed comes back. You got to keep in mind with Jaden Reed that he's actually now recovering from 2 injuries, right? Because he had surgery on the shoulder and on the collarbone, and at the same time they did surgery on his foot on this like Jones fracture. So now his timeline is whichever takes longer to come back. So could be a little while on Jaden Reed. Started Jacoby Brissett. I mean, in terms of passing, not big difference between you get from Kyler. 10-team league, half PPR. No one seems to want to trade their RB 1 or 2. Been trying for 4 weeks. Yeah, I mean, RB is so tough in the modern era. There's not just – there used to be – there were 32 starting running backs, and they were all good in fantasy. Now there's like 10. Let's see. Yeah, so it's going to be hard to trade an RB1 straight up for McConkey or Flowers. If you want
you're not going to get that straight up. Like you're going to have to trade Dobbins or Henry along with, because it's a 10-team league. Everybody's got a great team. What you need to do is you need to target the team that's being hit by injuries right now. And even if it's wide receiver injuries, because there are a ton of those right now, go find the Emeka Egbuka owner and offer him, Henry and McConkey if he's got like a Jonathan Taylor or a Josh Jacobs or somebody like that. That's the move that you got to do. Just do a 2-for-1 there for whoever's getting hit by injuries the most.
Yeah. Yep. Traded Bill, affiliate Greg.
Oh, yeah, I
Thundercats.
spoke to. Yeah, but he got Bijan. He got Tyler Algier cuffed to Bijan.
Yeah,
So,
so you're
and he
fine.
got a good
Man.
wide receiver there. Who was the wide? Let me see. Where is Greg crying over here? Don't make me put you in timeout again, Martinez. I'll do it.
He just got out. He just
He
got
just got out. Oh, he just got Pittman. That's right. He got Pittman and Algier,
yeah.
and he
Pittman's gonna
traded
be
Krosky, Merritt, and Booty.
Pittman's gonna be just fine. He's gonna be fine. Aaron Rodgers or Sammy Darnold. So this is interesting because Rodgers, good matchup with the Bengals, favored by 5.5. Pretty good spot for him. Sam Darnold has been good, but not as good of a matchup here going up against Houston, which in terms of DVOA, I think they're like the second best team against the pass this year. Bender, you warned us about that could be the case. So what do you
I mean,
think
they've
here?
got a great pass rush, and Derek Stingley is definitely a rock solid guy to look at. Houston's third, ranked third in against the pass in DVOA.
Will
You're
Anderson,
going to see a lot of Stingley on top of him, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Can you trust? Are you going to trust Aaron Rodgers on the road? I mean, I get that Cincinnati's defense is bad, but I just don't. I don't. There's so much about that Pittsburgh offense that I don't love.
in season long leagues, like in DFS or whatever, it's a different story. But like in season long, and again, this is Thursday versus Monday, so it doesn't really matter for DFS. But like Darnold is much closer to being a guy you want to keep on your team for like the entire year. Like they're playing well. If you go and look again, like it's not just DVOA. DVOA has the Seahawks ranked as like the second best offense, and Pro Football Focus has them ranked as like the top offense. Like they're grading out really well with Kubiak's scheme here. Obviously, it helps having right now the best healthy wide receiver in the league and Jackson Smith-Njigba, but I mean they're making things happen over there. That offense is, and it's of course it's frustrating for fantasy, the split between Walker and Charbonnet, but I mean like they're still running the ball fine. They're throwing the ball well. Like that's just a good football team right now. So I'd rather have Darnold. I'd rather start Darnold and have Darnold on my team. What's happening, brother? Pie bet for Vidal over 100. I don't know, Ethan. You putting it on the line? 100 rushing yards this week? Is that what it is?
I mean, listen, I'll take that bet, Ethan. You tell me. You really want to make that bet, buddy? Do you
Over 100
really
rushing
wanna?
yards?
Are
Ethan,
you
if you
feeling that,
confirm in the chat,
Froggy? Are you ready to jump?
you got to do the pie bet and post it on some sort of social media that you got and send it to us if you want to do it. But yeah, it's a tough matchup, and it's better than eating a hat, Bender.
It's definitely better than eating a hat. It's definitely better than eating all that mayo I ate too from freaking Will Levis.
Unbelievable, man. Pittman and Vidal for JCM.
Pittman and Vidal for JCM. I mean, if you need the running back,
I think I'd rather be on the Pittman and Vidal side.
I kind of do too.
Yeah. What's up, Albert? Someone in the league dropped Aaron Jones and Kamani Vidal is also on the wire. Who'd you prioritize to pick up? Waivers go through early tomorrow morning. Interesting. Aaron Jones.
I mean, he's not back. Aaron Jones isn't going to be back this week. He's going to be back in week 8. So I think that if for right now, if you need somebody to play, then you got to go after Vidal first. Jones is he's going to end up being the pass catching back behind Jordan Mason. They're going to share that role.
Right.
Vidal's also going to share the role, and you're going to probably see a little bit more Hassan Haskins. But let's see that haircut, buddy. Come on, we just saw a little glimpse of it. Look at how sharp he looks, people.
Yeah. It's my anniversary today, everybody. So
happy anniversary there.
Going out to a little dinner. Usually, it was a bit of a hectic day today at the barbershop, to say the least. So didn't have a chance to moose up the hair, but yeah, maybe tomorrow for you folks. But yes, the hair has been chopped.
So I'd go Vidal over Jones, at least for this week. If you need a guy, if you're just looking to stash a player, then Jones is the guy.
Yeah, I'm on Vidal there too, because it's like, again, with fantasy, I think because some of the breakouts of the past have hit, we have this like way of reverse engineering how it happened in our minds to the point where now we think we're better than we are a lot of times at identifying who's going to go from a guy we can't use at all to breaking out later. But a lot of the times, these aren't players that we were actually holding. Like, people in hindsight think that maybe they were holding Trey McBride the year that Zach Ertz got hurt, but they weren't. right? People were dropping Amon-Ra St. Brown pretty much everywhere. People were dropping Hunter Renfrow before Darren Waller got hurt the year he broke out. Like our ability to identify which handcuffs are the good ones is tough, because sometimes not only do we not know who's going to get hurt and who's not. Look at Christian McCaffrey's, that the knock on wood, is healthy. He's the guy that everyone said was going to get hurt. But like, we don't even know a lot of times if the guy being the backup is going to get the full role and be the guy. So for me, at this stage of the year, I focus mostly on my lineup and like who's in proximity to actually helping my team. And that's Kamani Vidal for sure, because we don't know. We don't know how healthy Jones is going to be, when he gets back, what he's going to do. So I do like stashing in deep leagues. There are definitely players where I'm holding on to, but I just dropped DJ Giddens in a league this week because I needed players to help my team. And I don't even know if DJ Giddens would be the direct handcuff to Jonathan Taylor because he's a rookie and they got other guys over there. So just keep that in mind with all the stashing. People like, I get these crazy questions all the time on like, should I not start a defense this week because I don't want to drop, I don't want to drop Brian Robinson Jr. It's like, no, of course you got to build your lineup. So stashing sometimes goes a little overboard. End of rant. Rant is over. Part 3 of trade talk. I also have London, Egbuka, and Pittman Jr. That's that team up there. You're going to have to trade. If you want a RB1, brother, you got to trade one of London or Egbuka. If you want to trade straight up for an RB1, that's what's going to happen. Yeah. And if I'm trading London, then I want a top 5 back. Egbuka is a guy I'll consider trading for anybody in the top 10 or so, probably, right?
Well, it depends on what we find out about his hamstring. I mean, listen, I was talking to Matt Clement, former MLB pitcher, and he actually has Egbuka on his fantasy team. And I said to him, I was like, let me ask you this question as a player, as somebody who has experienced, all of this stuff. When a team turns around and delays the release of the MRI results and then says, well, we're going to send him for further testing on Tuesday, the day after. I'm like, what is that really telling us as a fantasy owner? And he was like, it's not really telling you anything good, right? He didn't want to turn around and cry on my shoulder there for the Egbuka thing. But I mean, you could learn that Egbuka is out for multiple weeks here. He could land on IR and I'll tell you what, if it's hamstring surgery that could be required, that is not good.
Right. Like Adam Thielen last year just barely avoided the surgery and he missed like 9 games. You know what I mean? Like it can be bad. So yeah, I mean, like,
who was the guy who had his hamstring? It was like he was torn off the bone.
Yeah, it was. It was Darren Waller. Like that happened to him too. But it's happened. That happens, and you got to be careful. So I mean, like Egbuka, yeah, like even if it was healthy, even if he was fully healthy, would you trade him for like Javonte Williams? Fully healthy.
Trade him for Javonte. If who? Egbuka?
Let's say hypothetically Egbuka was fully healthy, but obviously the looming Mike Evans and return of Evans and Godwin. Would you trade him for like a Javonte Williams or a Kyron Williams or somebody?
Yeah, I think I would. I think I would.
Would you trade him for Cam Scatterbo?
Have you seen the progression of pictures where it was like if Mitch Trubisky and Cam Scatterbo had a baby, it would look just like Jake Moody?
Oh, I got
like all 3 of them are like identical looking players there.
I gotta see that. I love the branding that they did. They're calling Dart and Scatterbo Arm and Hammer. I like that. I think that's funny. So yeah, good for them, dude. Fun time to be a Giants fan for the time being. Let's see. If you guys have some time before the show is over, can you talk some games to target for SGPs? Not going to have the playbook until the weekend. The lines are going to change drastically by then. So single game parlay, is that what he wants here?
That's what he's looking for.
Unfortunately, I have not dug into that just yet, Rex. A little early in the week for me to jump in on that. We're focusing on the I got a ton of stuff that I got to get up. I already got the handcuff, the RB questionnaire, the target reports up. All the rankings are up. That's what I've been working on. So I haven't jumped in. Have you jumped in on any of those yet, Bender?
No, I haven't looked at any of the prop lines yet, but I would definitely. I mean, I did the watch list. I would definitely take a look at certain things there. You know what? I mean, I'll be diving into it probably later this afternoon, early tomorrow morning. So, Rex, hit me up on Discord, in our Discord.
On Discord, and tomorrow's show too, we'll have like our underdog picks for tomorrow's game.
Yes.
We'll have some stuff for you, man. We got to do everything in order here. So yes, let's see here. Keep the faith. Must have been something earlier I missed. Trade Charbonnet for Breece Hall. Trade Kenneth Walker for Breece Hall. They also have Charbonnet.
I mean, I kind of think I would. I feel like Breece Hall is a very, very strong trade candidate. He's in the final year of his contract. I don't know what the Jets are thinking as far as they're sitting at 0-6 right now. They haven't made any kind of commitment to him as far as long term, and I think that's very telling right now. I think the Jets are in the middle of a massive overhaul. So I would, because Walker and Sharps are going to be sitting there in Seattle. Seattle's not going to trade one of them away, as much as I would love to see Charbonnet dealt somewhere else. So yeah, I would probably do this one here and then hope that Breece Hall lands with the Chiefs, like I've been begging to see.
Yes. I mean, the thing is, again, I'm not sure what the Jets want, but if you trade do you think they would take a 4th round pick from the Chiefs? Is that not enough?
I don't necessarily know if that's enough.
Yeah. So but again, if you're the Chiefs, let's say you can trade a 3rd round pick or a 2nd round pick, even if you don't sign him and you let him walk, when someone else signs him, you're probably going to get a 4th round comp pick back, maybe even a 3rd round comp pick if somebody throws a ton of money at him. So this type of move when you're competing now, plus your picks are, you expect to go deep in the playoffs. Your picks are going to be late anyway. So yeah, probably 2nd or 3rd round pick. Day 2 pick would do it for Hall. I think it would be really smart for teams, whether they plan to keep him or not. 10-team league offered Fields, Henry, Javonte, DK, or Ladd for Josh Allen, Achane, and BTJ. Or
why don't you guys just trade teams?
Yeah, that's a lot, man.
Got offered Fields, Henry, Javonte, DK, or Ladd for Josh Allen, Achane, and BTJ. I mean, listen, I can't do it. I can't do it. I think Henry's going to ball out for the first 2 games after the bye week, right? He's got Miami and he's got some other tomato can run defense. I just don't know. If you're sitting there in a 10-team league, if I'm trading Josh Allen and Achane, who are guaranteed starters, guaranteed, right?
Yeah.
Are Fields, Henry, Javonte, are they going into your starting lineup, or are some of these guys going to be depth?
Yeah. I mean, how many flex spots do you have? Because now with BTJ, Tet, you're going to have Tet, DK, and Ladd? No. Because now you're going to have Golden on your bench. All you're doing is pushing guys to your bench. And you know exactly what this guy's doing, right, Bender? This guy every week has to decide whether he wants to start Javonte, DK, or Ladd at the flex, and probably has 2 of them on his bench, right? So he's trying to consolidate. That you don't help teams consolidate like that. In 10-team leagues, you always want to be getting the best player back. What do you do with Justin Fields and Mason Taylor this week? Mason Taylor, I mean, now that Garrett Wilson's out, I can't imagine a world where he gets less than 5 targets. It would have to be a complete nightmare of a game, right?
Against Carolina, the team that is the absolute worst against the tight end, giving up the 2nd most fantasy points per game to the tight end, ranks dead last in DVOA against the tight end position. I in this matchup here, I'd probably start him. I would probably start both of these guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fields still ran a bunch last week. It was just the Broncos. Broncos are a tough matchup. So
Broncos I mean, they're the greatest pass defense. That's why, you look at the Giants this week going up against Denver in Denver. I like Denver as a survivor pick this week because yeah, they've been a little disappointing, but you're taking away Jackson Dart's ability to throw. You're going to be able to shorten the field. You're going to be able to have that front 7 focus on stopping Scatabo. That's what Denver does.
Right. If the Giants somehow win this one, Giants fans are going to be insufferable.
They're already insufferable.
I know.
I live with one. I know.
Somebody just said to me the other day, they were like, Patriots fans are starting to be annoying again. I was like, buddy, I never once stopped being annoying.
Yeah, that is true also. Yeah, a 100% truthful statement there.
I was like, not for 1 second did I stop being annoying, buddy.
Even at the lowest of lows, the Patriots were still, you got rid of Tom Brady and Patriots fans were still like, good.
Pats are back. Yeah, don't worry about it.
So yes. System quarterback.
Yeah, the casual the casual annoying fans are coming back, but us diehard annoying fans, we've kept the annoying meter. We kept that. Left. We kept the annoying candle lit in the attic the entire time. For Puka Nacua, is it time to shop him around and see who to get back? Rob, if you are 3-3 or better, then hold on to Puka Nacua. If you only have 1 or 2 or 0 wins, then you got to do desperate things. So, but I'm holding on if I at least have a 500 record. We just offered Breece Hall and Terry McLaurin for
smash that accept button. Smash it. Yeah. Smash it.
Smash, dude.
Smash. You just popped that on the screen. I was like, are you kidding me?
That's crazy, dude. Yeah, because Chuba's going to be back, man. Oh. Do that all day long. All day. Dude, even if Rico Dowdle is still like the Rico Dowdle right now, that might be a fine trade. You know, like the matchups for Dowdle were so good. Like he can't, they're not going to play those teams every week. Oh, so yeah, absolutely take that.
Just do it. The Jets schedule coming up. Have you seen the Jets schedule coming up too?
Yeah.
I mean, it's Carolina, Cincinnati, the Browns, the Patriots, the Ravens, Falcons, Dolphins, Jaguars. I mean, Saints. Come on.
Yeah. I wanted to point something out, Bender. The Yahoo fantasy account shared this, and this is something that you warned a lot of people about early on. So this is from the Yahoo fantasy account. They shared the winning percentage of the teams that drafted Rashee Rice on their platform. You ready for this? 69% of the teams that drafted Rashee Rice are 2-4 or worse right now. So 70% of the teams that picked Rice. So 15.6 of the teams that picked Rice are 0-6. 28% of them are 1-5. 24% of them are 2-4. That accounts for 70% of the teams. 17% are 3-3. 9.9% are 4-2. 3.8% are 5-1. Less than 1% of teams are 6-0. I actually have I'm in that 3.8% bender. I have 1 5-1 team on Yahoo where I took Rice. But yeah, you put yourself in a hole. If you take a guy like this and wait this long, you better hope this guy is a wide receiver 1 flat out rest of the year, right? Just a dangerous game you're playing. I will say some of those teams, maybe they auto drafted and haven't been setting their lineups, but still, I mean, 70%, that is not good. So that's why I say if you drafted Rice, you find a way to get him in your lineup, dude.
Yep.
Daniel Jones or Sam Darnold. Say hi to my nephew Dave Kluge. That still cracks me up. Daniel Jones or Sam Darnold, though. I'm going Daniel Jones.
I'm going Daniel Jones too. Yeah.
Downs or Butte. So this is full PPR, which skews a little more towards Downs because Downs is a part-time player that operates underneath. Kayshon Boutte is obviously an outside guy that has higher A-dot routes. What do you think, Bender? That is a close one for me.
Yeah, I'd probably go with Downs. I think there's going to be a little bit heavier of a lean on Stephon Diggs in this matchup here. Everybody's sitting there like, box score surfers drive me absolutely insane. Stop telling me what Stephon Diggs this past week and that he's back to where he was in the beginning of the season. All right. There was like a 52-yard pass that he had called back due to a penalty, and then didn't he? Then there was two
bad penalties. But the thing is, the other penalty should have been a touchdown to Demario Douglas, but it was the worst ticky-tack call ever. But that changed the trajectory. Those things always change the trajectory of the game. It was good for Kayshon Boutte because I think he was the one that scored the touchdown after that happened. But yeah, it was a very weird game script. Don't worry about Diggs; he's going to be fine. And there's a whole group of players where when I do my rankings, I have the wide receivers that are like Downs, Shakir. In the full PPR, they go up. And then when I get to the standard, they come down. And guys that are field stretchers like Butte and Darnell Mooney and these guys, they move up because certain guys aren't built the same for different formats. It's as simple as that. So we have looks like we have a question in the chat from a paid member here. Christian Glavin. Is it Glavin or Glavin? Looks like he paid.
Galvin.
Galvin, sorry. Christian Galvin with the super chat. Really appreciate you, man.
Thank you very much.
Sit this week, Jordan Addison or David Montgomery. So you got Jordan Addison coming off his bye week in a fresh start here. We don't know. They haven't named a starter yet. JJ McCarthy's back at practice, but has not been named the starter. They're going up against who they got this week? Minnesota.
Minnesota's taking on what's that?
They got the Eagles, right?
Yeah, they got the Eagles.
Yep. And then Monty is in the big boy against the Buccaneers, 53-point over under. Lions are favored by 5.5. So where do you go on that one, Ben?
I actually think I'm going with Addison in this one here. I think that Minnesota needs to throw, whether it's Wentz or JJ McCarthy. I think they're going to need to throw a little bit more. Yes, they're going to run, and you can run on Philly, but Tampa Bay's got Vita Vea right there in the middle, and that's like Monty's strong suit is like running up against that defensive line, really just pounding the rock up the middle. So I would probably lean on Addison here and just look for a couple of extra targets go his way.
Yeah, and they say they're trying to balance it out more with Monty. I heard comments about that, but they haven't been doing that. It's been Gibbs all day long over Monty, so it's really not as great. There you go. Ethan does not want in on the pie bet. All right, Ethan, we see you. I'm hurting it. Yeah, get in there, Ethan. Let's go. Fire up the pie. Make sure, there's a strategy to it. Make sure there's a lot of whipped cream. Let's just say that.
Listen, if you guys want to see what it's like getting hit in the face with a pie, there's a video right there on the Fantasy Alarm Shorts. My most recent one. I let Jim Bowden kind of bully me into a pie bet with him for Dallas versus the Jets, which I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, but
yeah. And I'll tell you what.
I'll put the link in the chat here for everybody.
The pie bets, as long as you do it right, look, it doesn't hurt. It's not even the embarrassment.
No, it doesn't hurt.
It's that smell you get stuck in your beard. It's the whipped cream in the beard. It's like if you spilled. If anyone's ever spilled like milk or coffee in the car and just left it there, that's what your beard smells like. It's no good. Yeah. Brendan, I'm hurting a wide receiver in RB and lost Egbuka, Garrett, Bucky, Hampton, Benson.
Oof.
Boy, the infirmary. Would you trade Hampton for Wandale if I need wins now?
I'm not doing it for Wandale. I like Robinson, but I don't think he's worth Hampton. I think you need to go a tier down in running back, really, if you're gonna. Or how about this? Go a tier up in wide receivers, right? I would look for like a Michael Pittman type guy.
Yeah, Pittman's right now. Pittman's sitting at wide receiver 18. Wandale's sitting at 24. The guys around Wandale, I'd rather have pretty much all these guys. Ted McMillan. Maybe buy low on Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah.
Maybe go with Stephon Diggs. It's just Wandale is kind of empty targets in a lot of these cases. I mean, he's a little bit higher 8-out routes, but I'd try and shoot higher if you're giving up a stud like that. Would you roster Arian Smith, who seems to be the only healthy Jets wide receiver if you have Mason Taylor for a fill-in? I mean, Arian Smith did get a bunch of snaps. He operated as the wide receiver 2 in a game where they were missing both Josh Reynolds and Allen Lazard. Josh Reynolds missed in practice today. So,
oh no, what are the Jets going to do?
It would have to be a pretty deep league, my man. But if Lazard and Josh Reynolds are both out and Garrett Wilson's out, then, he's more of a DFS play, but maybe you have to go there. We're trying not to. Start Mayer or Hawk at tight end. I mean, Michael Mayer looked good, but would you go him over Hawk? I think I might. I think I do have it ranked
Chiefs,
that way.
Yeah, probably. The Eagles handle the tight end pretty well. I'm not a Hawkinson fan. Not at all. Either.
I have Mason Taylor. This week I have let's see who I rank over Hawk. I know I have Mason Taylor over Hawk this week and a few other guys. Oh, did Sells not flip over the rankings yet?
Oh, I don't know. You'll have to message him. In the meantime, while you stumble through your rankings, Christian Galvin at it again, throwing us another $1.99. We appreciate you very, very much there, Christian. Um, Super chat. It's Addison or Kendrick Bourne this week. So here's while Coop is looking for that, here's what I'm going to say about Kendrick Bourne. If Mac Jones is the QB this week, it's Kendrick Bourne, 100%. If it's Brock Purdy, I'm kind of pulling back a little bit and feel like I might go with Addison just being the more explosive guy. We've got to see a lot of what's available here in San Francisco, right? Because Jennings is dealing with cracked ribs. We don't know if Pearsall's in or out. So that's one of the things we have to see. Mac Jones is locked on to Kendrick Bourne. So that's a no-brainer. But I'll tell you what, Christian, I appreciate you you helping us out here. Hit me up at Roto Buzz Guy, or find me in the Fantasy Alarm Discord if you're a member there. If you're not a member of the Fantasy Alarm Discord, Christian, throw me an email at rotobuzzguy@gmail.com. And I will give you some special attention on this one.
Yeah, and you also got on this one, you got to keep an eye on the Ricky Pearsall status too. You got to keep an eye on where he's at, because if he's playing, then they got Jawan Jennings, and now it's a little dicier. So we're going to need to know that information. If it's Mac Jones and Pearsall's out, though, I'm starting Kendrick Bourne, because
if it's Mac Jones and Pearsall's in, I'm still starting Kendrick Bourne.
Oh, all right.
Mac Jones loves Kendrick Bourne, loves him, and I mean that's just he's like the ultimate security blanket for Mac Jones. So Pearsall, he'll stretch the field, he'll be a first look a couple of times, but when it comes down to moving the chains, like he's going to always look for Kendrick Bourne.
Fully agree. Appreciate you. Happy anniversary. Yeah, going out to a little dinner, and then gonna see a movie. We're gonna see the new Channing. I let the wife pick. She picked the Channing Tatum movie Roof Man, but looks like it's gotten decent reviews. So
you let your wife pick the movie on your anniversary, and she went with Channing Tatum?
Yeah.
You better hope her eyes are open later on in the night, dude, because otherwise she's thinking about Channing Tatum.
She's thinking Channing, dude. Thinking Channing. Like you said, the movie's got stuff in it for me too. Peter Dinklage is in it, so it's gonna be great.
You got for awesome. Peter Dinklage, huh? Okay,
that's my guy. Yeah, so it's gonna be good, dude. I mean, it looks like 80. I know Rotten Tomatoes isn't the end of the world here, but don't really do well over there. 84% from the critics, 86% from the fans. Should be good. Should be all right.
I don't see anything wrong with it at all.
We could have got worse. They definitely could have been worse. Plus, I already saw the Leonardo DiCaprio movie, so that was off the table. Sorry for the double questions. Close the app. Wasn't sure the question went through. Yep, we got you, buddy. Trade JMO or DJ Moore for Chase Brown. Buying low on Chase Brown, but you're also kind of selling low on DJ Moore.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't love it. I mean, if you're desperate for a running back, okay. But I mean, again, it's about this Cincinnati offensive line. It's not even about Burrow versus Joe Flacco. It's about the Bengals offensive line and just the lack of, run blocking that they're capable of doing.
Yeah, though RBs are harder to come by. If you would start Chase Brown over the guys you have, I would consider DJ Moore.
Yeah,
he's not been productive.
No, he hasn't been productive, but I agree with you. If Chase Brown is going into your starting lineup, yes.
Into your lineup, yeah. Yeah, because DJ Moore for Chase Brown is probably about as fair of a trade as you can get. Mm-hmm. It might not be anything, but if it's a roster composition. Fields, Darnold, or Dart? This is a start sit. Bill, we try and do start sits on Thursday, but we're gonna hook you up this time. Fields, Darnold, or Dart? Tough matchup for
I'd probably go with what's that?
Tough matchup for
Dart. I'm going to go with Fields here. I'm going to go with Fields, and I'm going to go with Taylor. I think if you stack them up here against the Panthers, that's where we're looking. The Jets are going to try to run heavy with Breece Hall. Fields is going to run. Fields is going to run, and then his best target right now is Mason Taylor, and the Panthers are terrible against the tight end. Terrible. Que terrible.
Terrible. But I got such a soft spot for Waller right now. I agree with Fields. I might be going Waller. They're playing the Browns. The Browns.
Where are the Browns against the old tight end? Where are they? Let
I'm
me
pulling it right now. I'm
DVOA
pulling it up.
this. You're pulling it up. I'm pulling it up. Cleveland against the tight end ranks 16th in DVOA, giving up an average of 5 catches per game for almost 50 yards.
So pretty smack dab in the middle. All right,
Right
go with
there in the
Mason
middle.
Taylor then. Go with Mason Taylor. Let's see. Wide receivers are AJ Brown, DJ Moore, Pittman, Flowers, Bond. Do I try to package some of these guys up to upgrade or keep the middle depth?
Okay, out of this crew here, I would hold on to Judkins and I would hold on to Pittman.
Right.
And then I would offer up any kind of a 2 or 3 for 1 with any of those other guys, including
absolutely.
Brown.
Oh, look, the Twitch gang. We haven't seen the Twitch gang in a while. Welcome in. Twitch glasses for the Twitch gang.
Vivi Mochito.
Is it live? We're maybe a little bit behind on the questions in the chat, but yeah, we are live. Get your questions in. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. You know what? If you watch on Twitter or Twitch, that's cool. But if you want to support us, come on over to the YouTubes. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. That means a lot to us. And you can do that for free. You know, you become a member over at Fantasy Alarm. You become a YouTube member. That obviously is awesome. And we love that. But you can also support us for free. And we appreciate you. And we'll answer all your questions.
For sure.
Or at least as many of them as we can that aren't start sits on Wednesday. Start sits are for tomorrow's show. We'll be live 1 o'clock. We're live 1 o'clock every day if you just want to pencil that in. PPR drop Njoku for Waller or Mason Taylor.
I would
for Waller.
I'll do him for Waller. I'll drop it for Waller. I think Taylor could be just kind of a one-off this week, especially if if the Jets don't have any other wide receivers, right? Like, I mean, Taylor will get volume, but at some point the defenses are just going to focus in on him. So,
right. Well, I'll tell you what. If Taylor goes off, I'm going to start him again next week against the Bengals, but then he has his bye.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But then he has his bye. So, but Waller's the better long-term play because Tyreek Hill, he ain't walking through that door. And we are expecting Garrett at some point. Appreciate the anniversary shout-outs. I'll find another good pie bet, but no Kamani Vidal. Fair enough. Would I win this trade in a PPR 12-man? I received Jonathan Taylor. They received Javonte Williams and Terry McLaurin. Feel like anytime you can get Jonathan Taylor, you might have to do it.
Yeah, I would make that deal.
I think I'm doing that. Yeah. Because Taylor, he's just been so good. Quentin Nelson is just burying people, man. He is an absolute animal. Trade Scatabo for Henry. Thoughts?
I mean, you know what? I probably would. At some point, I mean, Scatabo is going to put himself into the hospital with the head down constantly. You know, the thing about with Derrick Henry also is that you could probably use Derrick Henry for the 2 weeks after the bye and then try and flip him again.
Right.
He's got
exactly.
He's got 2 really good soft matchups, coming up after the bye week. Right.
Right. And you also think about what's happened so far for the Ravens. They faced the Bills, the Browns, the Lions, and the Chiefs. And then they lost their quarterback and played the Texans and the Rams. Like the run out, as far as the first 6 games go, couldn't be any harder or worse than it's been for that team. They've also haven't had Roquan Smith. Like that team's going to be a little bit better. Anybody that just is like writing off the Ravens this year and saying Ravens are done, they got their good players coming back for week 8.
I mean, they've got a tough schedule. I mean, Bears and Dolphins coming up after the bye. That's cake. But then you've got Vikings. Then you've got Browns.
Browns is tough.
And that's a tough one.
Jets can be tough.
Jets can be tough as well. Bengals are soft.
They got a couple.
Steelers are mid-level. Bengals again are soft.
Patriots and Packers to wrap up the fantasy season isn't great.
That's
not
great either.
So
great. I mean, if you do it, I'm fine with you doing it. Just make sure that you try and talk Henry up over the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean the Giants' next 2 games. I would if you would now might be the time to trade Scatabo though because he's going to face the Broncos and then the Eagles the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So his value could be going down a little bit.
Yeah. We got another one here from Christian Galvin. Christian, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate the contributions here. Happy to answer all your questions here. Even a start sit. If you're gonna pay me some money here, then we're gonna enjoy the start sit.
Is there anything?
JMO,
I'll do your math
Parks,
homework.
Walker, Spears, start one.
Of that crew, I'm still just starting. It's either JMO or Kenneth Walker, and could be shootout potential for this this Lions Bucks game. Baker's just playing his tail off. I'd probably go JMO even over.
Yeah,
Walker.
I'd go JMO here as well. Seattle's got they've got a decent matchup coming up here, right? Seattle this week is their home against Houston. It could be a tough run day. It could definitely be a tough run day.
And Greg Bell, writer for Seattle, believes that there's a bit of load management going on with our guy Kenneth Walker. He thinks that they're still managing the foot. He was obviously missed a bunch of time this offseason. He thinks that part of what they're doing is intentional, that they believe Kenneth Walker is the best, but that they're like managing his workload, which, look, all fine and dandy, but it's not good for fantasy. So until that changes, we have to treat it as if that's what they're going to do for now and for the foreseeable future. Way she goes. Do I trade Bijan and Downs for Rice and Genty? I mean, Rice is obviously way better than Downs, but Bijan has been so good, and Genty has been so just okay.
I can't do it, especially. Did you see next week? It's Atlanta hosting Miami.
Yeah, can't trade away Bijan.
Oh, can't trade Bijan.
Can't do it, man.
Nope.
It's like The Conjuring. Think the wife is possessed. Yeah, my wife. I'm telling you, Greg. We've talked about this. Lord of the Rings is too scary. Like The Conjuring will put her into a coma, bro. She even just like action movies has like the blanket held up to like here and doing this. Like just so The Conjuring is not happening, especially because the Conjuring house is like oddly close to where we live, like way too close. So yeah. Drop Mason Taylor. I have Kittle.
No, trade Mason Taylor if you've got Kittle.
Yes. Just made 2 trades: Benson and Malik Washington for Kamara.
I mean, it's still an upgrade. I don't love Kamara, but still an upgrade.
Yeah, but you're getting somebody into your lineup. And then the Dubs for Travis Hunter. Hey, I love that trade. Travis Hunter is a buy low target for me right now. And I was out on Travis Hunter. I wasn't drafting Travis Hunter at his ADP. It was just too high. But I'll tell you this. In best ball, I was doing a little bit just because you never know with guys like that. But in week 5, he played his first snap in 2 wide receiver sets of the season. He had been only playing in the slot. In week 6, he played basically a full-time role. I mean, this guy ran like 50-something routes this week. He was like he ran 30 routes too. He played 50-something snaps, ran 30 routes, which was the second behind BTJ. They're finally giving him a full-time role. He got 7 targets. Now is the buy low time for Travis Hunter. I'm seeing people on Twitter being like, I was wrong about Travis Hunter and Travion Henderson. A buddy of mine said that, and I commented. I was like, don't admit defeat right now. That was the worst time to admit defeat on Travis Hunter. On Travion, do whatever you want. But like, Travis Hunter just finally started playing a full-time role. This is now the time to get him before he does something crazy, because he will. Oh, he will. Another league I had to drop. Do I drop Hunter Henry? I have Hawk and Tyler Warren.
Drop Hawk.
Yeah, Hawk is in a real tough spot. We warned people of this. We had only seen one game ever where JJ, Addison, and Hawk all played at the same time, and all played at least 75% of the snaps at the same time. That's a real dicey situation, man. So yeah, drop Hawk. Hey man, I have Hampton, Wilson, and Ibuka injured. Should I look to sell high on one of them?
Sure.
I mean, it's hard to sell high on guys that are hurt. You're kind of selling low.
No, I mean, you're not selling low, but like you're doing something that like you're obviously protecting yourself, right? You're dealing with a lot of injuries in a short period of time. You need starters. Go to the teams that are 6-0, 5-1, 4-2, and make it, and float some offers there. I don't see a problem with that. They can withstand, losing a game. I think that you should, I think you should definitely shop around. Definitely ask all the top teams who seem to have good depth.
Yeah, Egbuka not expected to play this week, so at least with him, it's could be short term if that's the language they're using. But with Hampton and Wilson, they're going to miss multiple weeks. Yeah. So yeah, Someone offered me RJ Harvey for Bam Knight Carter. I mean, yeah, dude, if you trade RJ Harvey for Michael Carter, I would do that. I mean, if you can get RJ Harvey for Michael Carter, I would do that. You know, because like Michael Carter is in the same role that RJ Harvey's in, but RJ Harvey's a better player and he's on a better team. Flex Sutton, Greg Martinez asking a start sit on a Wednesday. Can you believe that?
Immediate timeout.
Can you believe that?
Immediate timeout.
Of all the people, Greg.
You know what?
The people.
I might have to block his DMs on
just because
on
you
Twitter
see
now.
people in here ask. You're a regular, right? I can see it from some of the people popping in on Twitter or Twitch, but Greg Martinez in here.
So hurtful. He's gonna be like, but it's a Thursday game. It's a Thursday game.
Start Sutton, Greg.
Start Sutton.
You're on timeout. What's up, guys? Should I drop Juwan Jennings or Bam Knight for Luther Burden or Sterling Shepard? Full PPR, need help. There are rumors of a Juwan Jennings trade to the New York Giants floating around that seem to be substantiated to some degree. I mean, it's hard to trade for a guy that has 9 injuries currently, but
there are also rumors of DJ Moore's absence and possible trade, which would open things up for Luther Burden.
All Luther Burden does is go out and make four great plays every week on like 15 snaps.
Yeah.
Let him play. I
mean, I'm not interested in Sterling Shepard. I'm interested in Luther Burden. I don't necessarily know. I mean, Jennings if he's really serious about having cracked ribs, even if he gets traded, do we really want to invest there? I mean, I'm not a Bam Knight fan either. So
how do you play football with cracked ribs?
I don't know.
Because I've torn the cartilage in my ribs, not even cracked, and I couldn't sleep. If you sneeze, your life is like over, bro.
Oh, bro, sneezing, coughing. Oh my God.
Right. So Juwan Jennings, dude, shout out, animal. They got him probably juiced up on some stuff. So if Jennings is like your wide receiver 6 and he's nowhere close to your lineup, then drop him for Luther. Because Burden he's the upside stash.
Yeah.
What should I do to improve 2 and 4? Caleb Williams, Kamara, Javonte, Jefferson, McLaurin, Kraft, Higgins, Algier, Bourne, Carter. I mean, you got a good team on paper. You could potentially sell Kamara on name value.
Yes.
For a better running back. That's what I'd probably do.
I'd probably take Hendrick Bourne. Pair them up to somebody.
or Kamara and McLaurin. I mean, like guys like McLaurin that miss a big chunk of time. Sometimes they come back. McLaurin also was like living on touchdowns last year. Just barely got over 100 targets, and he scored 13 touchdowns. But like Debo's here now. I don't know. Maybe if you could trade Kamara and McLaurin for a big upgrade and then just scrap at wide receiver, that might be the move. Like to get a big star wide receiver. To get a big star running back. I might do that. Better RB2. Start Bam, Hendo, RJ, or Shards. Now here come all the start sets. Way to go, Greg. He's got the sad face in the chat. Way to open the floodgates on the start sits, Greg.
Thanks a lot, Greg. Good job.
Good job, dude. Bam, Hendo, RJ, or Sharbs. I mean, right now it's got to be Bam. Bam Knight's the only one that's playing.
He's the lead back there.
Meaningful snaps.
And I'd probably lean on Knicks over Darnold.
Yeah. Knicks, man.
It's everything about Denver right now. It's everything about Denver not clicking the way it should.
Dude, Knicks, I'm telling you, you see it with a couple of these quarterbacks. Running gets the juices going for these guys. It gets Baker Mayfield fired up. You've seen Trevor Lawrence, 3 rushes over the first 4 games. Last couple of games, he's run 10 times. Dude, that gets people going. I think if Bo Nix, that's what they're missing from last year. Nix needs to get going, get moving around, run a couple times, put the defense on notice. It's going to open things up. It's going to get him fired up. So, yeah, get going, Nix. Let's go. I was offered a Henry and Andrews for Hall and Pitts in PPR. Should I take it? I would actually definitely take the Hall and Pitts side right now.
Yeah, I want the Hall and Pitts side also.
Yeah, for sure. Pitts, bad. The Bills are a bad matchup. He's caught at least 3 balls in every game. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but a lot of these guys, even like Tucker Kraft and these guys, there's a lot of guys that are, there's only, now that Pitts just had a 3 reception game, there's now only 3 tight ends in the league that have caught 4 balls in every game. It's Ferguson, McBride, and Kittle, as Bender pointed out.
We gotta run through here, Coop, because it's 10 o'clock my time, which means that it's 2 o'clock your time.
I would receive Van Dyke or Michael Carter. No, keep RJ Harvey.
Keep
I was
RJ
offered Henry, take Hall and Pitts. Start Wandale versus. We're not doing start sits with the clock up. Always blame the cool kids. Do I trade Bijan and Godwin for Rice and Genty?
No, we answered that already.
No. Yeah, that's actually worse than the other one. The other version. Bills or Packers defense rest of season.
Packers.
They've already had their bye and everything. Bills are on bye right now. All right, that's it for us, folks. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow on Thursday.
All start sets,
baby. Yes, all of them. And we'll have more information as much as we can on the injuries, everything. We'll share all that with you guys. So thank you so much. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Till then, I am out of here.
Oh, me too.
Adios, turd nuggets.